obviously everybody wishes that if he was still alive, if they would have had a chance to meet. But more than the professional side of him, I just wish he had been around just as a grandparent. Someone who would have spoiled us.
About our grandfather, those are the bits that we've heard. We've heard stories of their family holidays, we've heard stories of उनको कैसे डांट पड़ती थी,
कैसे डांट
अगर
पड़ती थी?
स्कूल से उनको देखो ज़्यादा कुछ बोलने की ज़रूरत पड़ती नहीं थी, उनका एक आवाज़ ही बस हो जाता था क्योंकि वैसे भी बच्चे उनसे डरते थे। वो आप अगर जब छूते भी हो तो आपको लगता है कि शायद आप उस ज़माने में ट्रांसपोर्ट हो गए हो। सो दैट फीलिंग ऑफ नॉस्टैल्जिया वी हैव लिव्ड विथ।
And for me, it's really funny. मेरा नाम चिंचिन चू. Because for the longest time I didn't realize
it was her song.
Yeah, that it was, and I was a child, no. So I remember it was used in one of the TV ads. So I was singing it like that only, and my dad was like, that your daddy has sung this, and I was like, oh.
We have grown up dancing to Mera Naam Chin Chin Choo and taking dupattas and running around the house with the Thandi Hawa Kali Ghata.
Okay, this is a very special day for all of us. Hello.
Hi, hello.
And we all know why the day is very, very special, because we are celebrating Guru Dutt, right? He was living like a poet. The tragedy, the melancholic tone that he had in everything that he has done, whether in his performance, in his writing, in his films. Tell me, first thing first, I would like to know from both of you, which one was your first watch of Guru Dutt film that hit you like अंदर से एक होता है ना, आप हिल जाते हो, आप कांप उठते हो कि उफ. Which one was that?
So for me, I feel like every time I watch any of his films, you get to glimpse a different side of him. Obviously, Pyasa and Kagaz Ke Phool are a little more intense, more poetic. But then you see a Mr. and Mrs. 55, which is light-hearted.
different,
And,
very different.
So every film of his, I think, has a different aspect of his personality. Uh, I love Kagaz Ke Phool because in my memory, in my childhood, that's the first film I remember clearly from beginning to end. Pyasa, I think I still had to watch a couple of times, and I still rewatch now, but Kagaz Ke Phool very naturally just stayed in my memory.
How old are you when you watch Kagaz Ke Phool? You were छोटी सी थे
I
आप और
don't remember because we were introduced to his films very early. So I think
याद नहीं है.
by 10, by the time, yeah, we were
Okay.
10.
Okay. What about you? Which one is your that one film जो अंदर से झंझोड़ के रख देते हैं ना एकदम से?
I think for me it would be Pyasa. Growing up, we were introduced to most of his films. For me, Kagaz Ke Phool was too personal. I would never be able to watch through it, watch through it. So I think in that sense, Pyasa is something that I remember also because of the song Sarjo Tera Chakrai, is such a, is
It was such a that was the only song which was a little less
correct.
intense.
So when you're a kid and you're watching his films, you kind of hold on to the light-hearted moments a lot more. So which is why I think Pyasa stayed with me. And then after that, Mr. and Mrs. 55 stayed in my memory. And then of course, as we grew up, we were reintroduced to his cinema in a very different way. As adults, you kind of understand the nuances of his character a lot better than you would when you are a child. So our memory of his films and what takeaway of his films as when we were children versus when we were adults are two very different. It's almost like we were watching two very different films.
Films,
So but definitely the two films that stayed in mind. Pyasa because of Sarjo Tera Chakrai as a child, and Mr. and Mrs. 55 because of Thandi Hawa Kali Ghata as a child. Again, yes, two very very nice light-hearted songs that as children we could also have fun with.
बिल्कुल,
Yes.
बिल्कुल. That's there. The occasion is also his films are re-releasing, and this is that great opportunity to watch those iconic film on big screen in 4K. Like that's a different thing altogether, right? I want to know, as because both of you are filmmakers, that way I want to know that how important it is to the restoration of these films. One thing, if you would like to talk a little more about the initiative, and why it is important for the new generation to watch it, because I know how relevant it is. I was talking about that scene, but I want to know it from you guys.
I think this is a great initiative by Ultra Media to be able to make the effort to restore all, the 7 movies that they have done, to kind of introduce a new generation of audiences to his movies, because if you watch his movies, you will realize that because so much of it dealt with human character, human behavior, it will resonate even today.
बिल्कुल.
So that initiative is a great initiative because his movies have a value of nostalgia for people who've grown up on it, so they get to revisit that on the big screen. The middle ground of people, like people from my generation who have watched his movies but have not had the opportunity to watch it on a big screen, it becomes a novelty for them. Plus, a newer audience get to experience his movies. And what more can you say than the beauty of trying to keep an artist and his work alive? So for that, from that perspective, this is a great initiative.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I think similarly, I think Ultra Media has created like a once in a lifetime event
Yeah.
that I think very few people, the people who do manage to go and watch the films in theaters, they're going to tell other people that I went and saw this so and so film in the theater, which probably people won't next year or a few months down the line. So it's literally like this really exciting thing that's happened. Even for us, like we haven't seen all his films in the theater. We've seen maybe Kagas Ke Phool and Pyasa. But to see his other films will be really amazing. So we're very, very excited.
राइट. अभी बात करते करते ना वो एक सीन मुझे याद आ रहा था, वो वक्त ने किया क्या हंसी सितम का, वो ना जैसे वो मतलब शी इज टेकिंग बैक स्टेप और इधर से लाइक वो जो शॉट है ना, आई डोंट नो व्हाई, लाइक आई एम टॉकिंग टू यू गर्ल्स एंड इट्स जस्ट Wahida Rahman's performance, I think, was that she delivered her best performance in all these films, right? Tell me, when you must have met her in person also, when you saw those films and then when you saw her in real life, you can pinch her. What was her first memory of? Because when she smiles, now I'm like,
Yeah. I think because also we have like grown up so away from the industry.
huh.
We also, when we see, such great artists, we also get a little starstruck, and it's very nervous to, meet someone who's such a great performer in real life. So,
And so
um,
pretty.
Yes.
so beautiful,
So
so
elegant.
elegant. So we've never had that kind of time, to spend with her. But I think it was more like you're in awe of the person. You don't know what to say because I'm sure she's heard every praise. Like you don't want to sound stupid in in front of someone so amazing. So I think when I met her for the first time, I was definitely a little starstruck. I don't think.
You remember the event when you girls met her first time?
Yes, we met her for the first time at the stamp release for my grandfather. This was some 10, 15 odd years ago, and my father had organized an entire event where she was invited. She was one of the guest of honors. It was a very brief meeting, though, because people were coming in and we were greeting everybody who had been a part of it. But like my sister said, एक तो हम इंडस्ट्री के एनवायरनमेंट में पले बड़े हैं नहीं,
आप लोग पुणे में रहते थे?
हाँ जी, हम पुणे में रहते थे, तो हमारे लिए भी एक जो फैन मोमेंट जो होता है और एक स्ट्रक मोमेंट जो होता है, क्योंकि बचपन से हम उनको देखते आए हैं इन आवर ग्रैंडफादर्स फिल्म्स, इट वाज दैट काइंड ऑफ फीलिंग, एंड द इंटरेक्शन वाज वेरी ब्रीफ. But she was very gracious and she was very warm. So I'll definitely take away that from that interaction.
Lovely. When we talk about his film, definitely we talk about not only the story, the character development, but also cinematography, right? उस जमाने में जब कैमरा भी उतना टेक्नोलॉजिकली वी वर नॉट दैट साउंड एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम when you guys look at their those films now, right? What is from a filmmaker's lens, if I say, what are the things that you probably have learned from that kind of state?
I think that for me, one of the main things to take away in terms of um, how technically brilliant those movies were, given that they didn't have access to technology, is one of the greatest challenges that they managed to overcome, you know, as filmmakers. To be able to create the kind of frames with so little actually goes to highlight their overall creativity and how out of the box they could think in those days. So I feel like they really managed to overcome their limitations and provide us with such visually stunning films. And another takeaway for me for them is his relationship with his cinematographer VK Murthy ji. I think it is so important to have that kind of partnership when you are creating cinema, and to have that kind of somebody with whom you can have that dialogue to be able to then put it into visual
Visually.
art, you know, if you may say that. So those are the things one can learn from as filmmakers, and those are the things that we, you know, look into definitely.
How do you look at it?
I agree. I feel like filmmaking is such a collaborative process uh, between everyone, you know, be it your costume designer, be it your cinematographer. So I think the relationship that they shared must have been really special, because I know that when we try to do something, you know, like to find that one person who understands what you're saying,
Your
and
vision.
yeah, to understand the vision and then translate it visually, you know, they must have had a really great tuning, and that is something rare. It's very rare to find someone on any level to collaborate like that. So I think we can aspire to hopefully form relationships, you know, and meet people and collaborate with people, which ultimately then translates to amazing cinema.
Absolutely. Cinema, without cinematographer, we cannot even imagine. And we have seen those magic in his cinema. One of the very important part of this conversation is definitely the way you know your grandfather, right? In a way, क्या होता है कि देखिए जैसे जिस तरह से हमने उनका फिल्म देखे हैं and you already know how much I love him and admire him, right? प्यासा देख के अगर वो हाल हो सकता है तो आप समझ जाओ. But keeping that aside, it's very interesting. Apart from the cinema, you never had that interaction, right? So, what are the fondest story memory that you have that you feel like, oh my god, I so wanted to hear this from Dadaji instead of, hear it from say Papa or like, your relatives, Buaji or
I
whoever.
think more than you know, stories, I feel like if we could have, you know, just obviously everybody wishes that if he was still alive, if they would have had a chance to meet. But more than, you know, the professional side of him, I just wish he had been around just as a grandparent. You know, someone who would have spoiled us, and you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like to all those memories, more than the stories and all, you crave for that kind of a personal,
That
because
love.
ultimately I know that he's a public personality and we don't, like, we have to share him with so many people. But had he been there, then we would have had, you know, वो हक से हम
Your
बोल सकते थे
personal
कि yes,
story.
that is, this is only mine and no one else can have it. So that is something that I really miss
You
and I
miss that.
wish that we had it.
What about you?
Agreed. I agree. I think that because we have also discovered our grandfather through stories and other people's perspectives
Mm.
and other people's kind of perception of who he was, we have somewhere down the line missed out on our grandfather on a one-on-one. And I think that had that been there, not only personal stories, then our takeaway of what his filmmaking was would have been completely different. So that is something definitely we missed out on.
But which are the favorite story that you have that you would like to share with our audience?
So the thing is that because my father was also very young when my grandfather passed away.
Yeah, that's
um,
true.
आई थिंक घर पे उन्होंने भी फ़िल्म मेकिंग की ज़्यादा कहानियाँ नहीं सुनी हैं।
अच्छा।
हमें भी जो बताया जाता था वाज़ मोर अबाउट हाउ ही वाज़ एज़ अ पेरेंट। तो
ओके,
इवन माय
शख्सियत कैसी
हाँ
थी?
जी, इवन माय फादर हैज़ डिस्कवर्ड हिम एज़ अ फ़िल्म मेकर एज़ ही हैज़ ग्रोन अप। एंड क्योंकि ही वाज़ अ वेरी quiet person, my grandfather, and enjoyed his sense of isolation a little bit. I think even my father has more memories of him being a disciplinarian in that sense. Definitely, the one thing that we were always told is the lovely holidays they had.
अच्छा।
वो हमारा एक लोनावला में एक फार्म हाउस हुआ करता था, तो वहाँ पे वो बहुत ज़्यादा विज़िट करते थे। वहाँ पे जो गाय थे, देयर वर चिकन्स, तो एनिमल्स का देखभाल, गार्डनिंग वो करते थे। एंड जस्ट जनरली अ डिस्कवरी ऑफ न्यू प्लेसेस,
अच्छा।
that is something that we were told a lot growing up. And that is something I think our father also tried, carried that on with us.
Hmm.
We have grown up with a lot of family holidays and a lot of memories, and have, I think, possibly had one of the most documented childhoods. अगर हमें हमारे childhood पर एक film बनाना हो,
हाँ।
we have that much video footage, still footage. That is something he took forward in that sense. So for about our grandfather, those are the bits that we've heard stories of their family holidays, we've heard stories of उनको कैसे डांट पड़ती थी
कैसे डांट
अगर
पड़ती थी?
स्कूल से। उनको देखो ज़्यादा कुछ बोलने की ज़रूरत पड़ती नहीं थी, उनका एक आवाज़ ही बस हो जाता था, क्योंकि वैसे भी बच्चे उनसे डरते थे, क्योंकि
He
वो
had
ज़्यादा
that
बोल
aura.
हाँ, क्योंकि वो ज़्यादा बोलते ही नहीं थे, राइट?
हाँ।
तो वही होता है ना कि अगर कोई आपके आस-पास हो जो ज़्यादा बोलता हो, तो आपका वो डर थोड़ा मिट जाता है। एक इंसान जो मतलब इफ अ क्वाइट पर्सन सडनली शाउट्स आउट, तो फिर उसका तो
डर
जो
लगता
डर
है।
ज़्यादा ही बढ़ जाता है। सो दोज़ आर द स्टोरीज़ वी हैव ग्रोन अप लिसनिंग टू।
राइट। एंड यू आर सेइंग समथिंग, अभी आंटी से भी जो बात हो रही थी, वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट द एनिमल दैट यू हैव ग्रोन अप
Yes,
विथ।
so he loved animals. He had a lot of, so at the farmhouse, like we had dogs and cats and chickens and fish. I remember this one image of his with a falcon. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
He's
we
standing,
have a
yeah, with a
photograph of
falcon.
that.
Um, Apparently, like tiger cubs and monkeys. I mean, I don't know. We don't have pictures of all of that, but that's the extent of his love for
Love for
animals,
animals.
which again, like, got, carried
You
forward to
have two
us.
kittens
Yes, two
now.
cats.
Two cats, yeah.
So we absolutely, it's not just these two cats. Like, if we see any, animal on the road, we have to go and pet it. Like, it's a
या
compulsion.
थोड़ा सा वरना कैसा लगता है
Yeah.
ना?
Otherwise, then all our friends who are not like pet lovers, they're like, why? Why can you
They
just
will
control
never
yourself
understand.
once? But
They
it's
will
that
never
just that
understand.
whether it's a cow or a donkey or a pig, it's one comment has to go, oh, so cute.
Yeah, no?
So it's,
Yeah.
yeah, that is Khandani. I think that we can't really change.
Yeah, definitely. Coming back to your it's so interesting that when we were talking off camera, you were saying how very quietly you have worked with some of the celebrated filmmakers like Anurag Kashyap, and you are right now you're working with a, like, you know, this such a fantastic first season on Netflix that we watched of Black Warrant, and it's the second season that you're working. You know, I was just wondering that why did you not take that advantage, if you know what I'm talking about, without using the N word.
Cannot
And
escape it.
but you know, because it's a, and also like never have you ever thought that, you know, because both of you are like, you know, pretty ladies, why not going for acting?
Oh my
Like,
God.
my left profile, right profile, yeah.
So I started as an actor only. I've done theater,
Okay.
but
मजा
I
आया थिएटर करके?
it was amazing. It was a lot of fun. I traveled and have seen so much of my country, and I'm so proud of it because of theater.
Theater.
And that whole experience, I will never trade it for anything. But I think for me, like from personality wise, I found it a little difficult because I'm not so outgoing. So
Difficult. Like,
I'm completely introverted.
so as an actress, you are saying ki if you want to be in the business of acting, you have to be
You
a
have to
little more
network. Yeah,
outspoken.
you have to network, you have to socialize, you have to put yourself out there, which at that time, at that age, I was still learning to do. Maybe it's something I'm better at now.
Okay.
But at that time when I started, I found it very difficult. Also, we didn't ever take help because our dad, when, especially when my sister said that she wants to join the industry, he said that you're going to have to do it yourself. I'm not going to
Help you.
help you. You have to stand on your own feet. You have to learn what this industry is about on your own, without privileges. So that's why I think we never, and also we wanted to make it on our own. If I deserve to make a film one day, I will work for it and I will make it.
It's
And then
happening. It's gonna happen for
and I will
sure.
know, okay, I did it all on my own, strengths and hard work, and not because someone helped me. So yeah.
What
Yeah.
about you?
I think also because our grandfather was such a self-made man.
Yeah.
I think that is something that was taught to us. We have been raised not to shy away from working hard, and not. We understand the value of what goes into shaping what eventually will be your career, and that's how we were raised, and that's how we'd like to keep and honor him, by putting in that hard work, and by letting our work speak for itself. So I think maybe that's why it has been a fairly conscious decision, not to whip out the Ovia Gurudat's granddaughters. Also, I think that because our father was not such an active part of the industry, it has been, in that sense, uh, easier for us to do that. I feel for a lot of people who have parents who are an active part of the film industry, even if they may want to escape it, they can't. But because we had a life growing up in Pune where we were fairly sheltered, it kind of became a very natural course in our career. That's the natural direction it took. So
I want to go back to those posters that I have seen at the NFDC museum. And पहले ज़माने में जिस तरह से, इनफैक्ट ये जो पोस्टर अभी कैमरा दिखा नहीं सकता, यहाँ पे एक पोस्टर है प्यासा का, जो बहुत ही बड़ा एक पोस्टर है, एंड आई थिंक आई डो नॉट नो इफ इज इट हैंड पेंटेड और इज द,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So you have a lot of collection of that in the house. Tell me a little more about that, because वो जब देखते हैं ना तो लगता है कि ओ माय गॉड, इट्स लाइक ऑलमोस्ट वो जो कैरेक्टर है वो बाहर आ जाएगा. इट्स लाइक इतना वो, दोज वर द डेज, दोज वर द पोस्टर्स लाइक.
I mean, luckily, we are very thankful because our father was great at archiving things. उन्होंने हमारे grandparents की चीज़ों को बहुत अच्छे से और संभाल के रखा हुआ है. तो from a very young age, we've had access to what the history of cinema is,
Yes.
in that sense, and have understood the value of that history, and how it has shaped filmmaking in today's day and age. And it definitely does feel कि कभी कभी ऐसे लगता है कि आप एक कुछ जैसे कि उनका ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस है या वॉलेट है, तो वो आप अगर जब छूते भी हो तो आपको लगता है कि शायद आप उस ज़माने में ट्रांसपोर्ट हो गए हो। सो दैट फीलिंग ऑफ नॉस्टैल्जिया वी हैव लिव्ड विथ एंड वी बीन लकी टू एक्सपीरियंस.
Yeah, yeah. And tell me a little more about those handwritten letters.
Yeah, so
I was wondering, I don't know why. Was he using fountain pen or
yes, they're all ink pens, and also
fountain
like
pen like those?
yeah, he
Huh?
would write in
Nib
English,
wala.
he would write in Hindi,
How's his
depending on his
handwriting
mood.
like?
He actually had good handwriting. Good.
Yeah,
Decent.
cursive.
Cursive handwriting.
Better
उस
than me
जमाने में
handwriting.
those no उस जमाने में people used to
Yes,
write.
there was a
Penmanship.
elegance, yes, in this writing, definitely, for sure. It's again, like, I think it's such a privilege to be able to access all those things.
What used to
And
be those content of those letters?
so basically, when he used to travel for
Outdoor maybe.
outdoor for shooting or recce's or writing, so he would write to my grandmother just everyday things, like today I did this, and tomorrow I'm going to meet so and so person, or I'm going to go here, there, and obviously a lot of his inner reflections and his personal thoughts. So a lot of the one or two letters are specifically, addressed to my dad and the kids. So yeah, you get a glimpse of the person he was, how his mind worked, like a little bit more than maybe what other people, although the letters have also been published. So yeah, but it's a very good glimpse into who he was in personal
Into
life.
his mind.
Yes.
Otherwise, like up beyond cinema.
Yes.
Right, right. We are sitting here and, I can see like, these wonderful photographs. Would you like to tell me a little more about your grandmother? Because we all loved her songs, right? And उनकी आवाज़ में ना एक वो खनकती हुई वो वाली बात थी ना, वो जो
I think her talent was so rare and unique because of the kind of range she had. Like, she could take a song and completely like
to a different
elevate
world
it.
altogether, like the rendition of it.
Yes. And also, what the beauty of the music of that time was that it was very simple. You didn't have that many instruments and,
Huh.
all the in the background. So her voice was really celebrated like that. It really stood out. You didn't need anything else other
Yeah.
than her voice. So,
Favorite
yeah.
song? Favorite song?
Oh my God, so many.
Okay, चलो तीन choose करो.
ओह एक बता दो, बस उतना ही काफी होगा.
I think for me, Thandi Hawa Kali Ghata, because
Of course, because that's the
childhood memories
Yeah.
around it. Waqt ne kiya.
yeah.
And for me, it's really funny. Mera naam Chin Chin Chu, because for the longest time I didn't realize
Ki it was
obviously
her song.
yeah, that it was, and I was a child, no. So I remember it was used in one of the TV ads. So
Acha.
I was singing it like that only, and my dad was like, that your daddy has sung this, na? And I was like, oh. I was too small to understand, what the significance of it was. So yeah, that is.
But
one
that was a
memory.
very बच्चों के गाने के लिए वो बहुत ही easy गाना भी था ना. What about you? What are your favorite songs?
My favorites are Tadbir Se Bigdi Hui. Then I love Babuji Dheere Chalna.
Oh,
And I think, yeah, Waqt Ne Kiya. I think it's hard not
To talk about
not
Waqt
to
Ne
talk
Kiya.
about that. So yeah, and then apart from that, yes, we have grown up dancing to Mera Naam Chin Chin Chu and taking dupattas and running around the house with the Thandi Hawa Kali Ghata.
When we were talking, you were saying something like how intense you are as an individual. The things that the way you internalize because you do not talk like you and so and one day your dad said something after you wrote a
So-
play or something. Tell me the story.
So in school there was a poetry writing.
Which class you were in then?
I was in 7th or 8th.
Wow. Okay.
So, and it was Hindi, and I'm not so good at Hindi, but I still wrote a Hindi poem, and
है.
the title was "हम वक्त के गुलाम हैं."
Class 7 में.
Yeah. So my dad read it, and I think my teachers were also like, "What is this? Like, why?" And my dad was little surprised because to see something so sad and intense at such a young age. But I don't know, it's not something that I did intentionally. It just, writing is also like very natural for me, so I don't think so much before I write. I just write. So somehow I just gravitate more towards moroseness and melancholy. I don't know why. I just like that kind. I like read those kind of books. And I also directed a play which was, of same similar intense existential themes. So I think I just like. I don't know why. I just like it.
Let's talk about when the film is releasing, and also, what do you think? What is the thing that Gen Z probably can take away from these films?
Um, I think that the universality, his stories are so universal, they transcend generations. And I think that people will still be able to relate to uh, the good and the bad in the characters that he wrote, the uh, flaws of human existence. I
Gray
think
areas.
people will definitely be able to relate to that. So I think that that is something to watch out for. So the films that are releasing are Pyasa, Kagas Ke Phool, Sai Bibi Aur Gulam, Chaudhary Ka Chand, Mr. and Mrs. 55, and Baz. Arpar and Baz. Yes, 7 films.
Nothing that anybody can afford to miss out, right?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
you know Probably this is the last thing that I would like to ask is, because ये scene ना मुझे दिमाग में आ रहा है कि जहाँ पे he was talking about munafiqat, he was talking about hypocrisy, right? In that particular scene where she's talking about, like, how could you, like, refuse to, there is money, there is property, there is opportunity, and तुम्हें मसला किस बात से है? And then, when he says कि, like, everything that he was talking about is everything probably happening right now. I mean, इससे ज्यादा relevant क्या हो सकता है किसी भी artist का कोई भी काम?
I think
Oh God, those.
I think he understood the human condition so well that, you could get the entire world, but you're going to die. So does it really matter? That understanding of wanting material things, or wanting like a certain, if you really understand what you want in life, I think he understood that really well. Like, humans, we might like be achieving so many great things, but we also have restrictions. Like, I think, and that was the existentialist, like, in him, like, everything is nice, but only it depends on what meaning you attach to it and what meaning you give to your own life. Only then it makes sense. Otherwise, things are just things.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that, at the core of it all, he was simple, had simple needs, but also complex. So that duality of what is human existence, I think he embodied, and also is something I think through his writing and his films tried to understand. So I think that is something that one gets to learn from his movies, definitely. So
Yes. And on that note, thank you so much.
thank you.